What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about a lot of potential rumors and information that has been coming out for the past few hours in regards to the rumored brand new Nintendo Switch Pro model, as well as some Pokemon news. And I was waiting for something official to come, but then I was like, you know what, let me just talk about this and get my thoughts out there. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so here we are on Twitter, and the first thing that we've got here is some Pokemon information, because yesterday there was some Pokemon information which came out, but there wasn't really anything super major to make its own video on, but I decided, you know what, I'll just group it together with this video. But yesterday we actually got the release dates for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and Pokemon Legends Arceus, and the box art, which is kind of cool. And it was weird because it just came out of nowhere. I think everybody was expecting like a Pokemon Presents, because that was kind of rumored to potentially happen, and I thought if we were going to be getting a Pokemon Presents kind of like right before E3, they would have shown the box art and they would have shown the release date and all of that then, but I guess it was just randomly tweeted out, and there might actually be a reason for this, which I'll get into later. But yeah, we can see right here, this is going to be the box art for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and then this is the one for Pokemon Shining Pearl, and I think that it looks kind of cool. I know some people have some mixed opinions on it. I think it's kind of funny how Dialga and Palkia just are like screaming their heads off. I don't know why they're doing that, but I don't know. Some people were saying that they were a little disappointed because this kind of confirms that it looks like they aren't really going to have any new forms, kind of like the primal forms that we had for Kyogre and Groudon in the Oras box art. But either way, I think that this still looks kind of cool, and it does make a lot of sense because we can see here with the adamant orb like really shining, and we've got like all these shiny sparkly effects going on here. It makes a lot of sense because the whole concept of these games are Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and the words brilliant and shining are kind of meant to be used in a way that are giving off like a lot of bright lights. So I think it makes a lot of sense with the way that the box art is also shaped as well. It's just kind of a little bit funny because Dialga and Palkia look like this on the box art, but obviously we know that the entire game is like this chibi style, so it just looks really weird because they look like they're from like a movie on the box art, but then they're actually not like that in the game. But I don't know. Either way, it's kind of cool box art. I definitely think it's a better box art than Pokemon Sword and Shield, so I think that it's pretty good. And then we also got the box art here for Pokemon Legends Arceus, which I think actually has some of the best Pokemon box art that we have seen in a very, very long time. I'm a huge fan of this. I think this box art is amazing. I love how they're kind of like standing here on this cliff, just gazing out into the fields and the mountains here. It's really, really trying to look heavily inspired like Breath of the Wild, just like what everybody was saying with how that game looks so much similar to Breath of the Wild. So it really seems like it is giving off that Zelda type of vibe, so that's pretty cool. I think the box art is really pretty. I love how the logo is just centered here. We can see some type of volcano, maybe even with Mount Coronet in the background. And then the other really surprising thing is that the release date for this game is January 28, which is really, really early. I mean, I know they said that the game was going to come out early 2022, but I was expecting that to be kind of like February, maybe March, or even April. But January is really, really early. This really means like that Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are going to come out, and then in 2 months, we're going to have an entirely new Pokemon game with Pokemon Legends Arceus. So that's very, very exciting. But yeah, now on to the main topic. You guys might have seen right here already with the trends, Super Nintendo Switch is trending right now, but recently, like for the past couple of hours, a lot of stuff has been coming out in regards to the brand new Nintendo Switch model, which you guys know me, I've been talking about this Nintendo Switch model for so long now. I've made multiple videos about it in the past, but it's basically all but confirmed at this point that Nintendo does have a more powerful Nintendo Switch model that they've been working on behind the scenes. We've been seeing the official firmware for the Switch being updated behind the scenes as well, so it's looking like that this Switch might actually be coming out and being revealed much earlier than we thought. And we've actually got an article here from Bloomberg, and it says here Nintendo plans upgraded Switch replacement as soon as September, which is very, very interesting. But just skimming through this here, it looks like that they're saying that Nintendo is planning on assembly for this new Switch as soon as July, and the upgraded Switch is actually going to be releasing around September or October, which is really, really crazy. And then they're also saying here that the new console is likely to be priced higher than the $299 original, maybe announced ahead of E3 starting June 12th to allow publishers to showcase their full range of Switch games at the global event. The people said, not asking to be named because the plans are not yet public. It will be sold alongside the $199 Switch Lite, with the standard Switch phased out over time. So this is the one thing that's really, really interesting about this, is that they're saying that the entire normal Switch is going to be phased out over time, which is something that I wasn't really thinking. I I really thought that they were just gonna have like 3 versions of the Nintendo Switch, and they were just gonna have that be the Nintendo Switch family, where if you really want to just play any Nintendo Switch game and you don't care about playing on the TV, then the most affordable option you've got is the Nintendo Switch Lite, which is gonna be $200. And then if you just want to be able to play games on the TV and be able to play in handheld mode, you would have the normal Nintendo Switch that everybody has in their homes right now, which you would be able to get for $300. And then later they'd probably introduce this new Nintendo Switch Pro, or the Super Nintendo Switch, or the new Nintendo Switch, or whatever they decide to call it. They'll introduce that, and that'll be like $350 or maybe even $400, and that will be like the one that's targeted towards like the hardcore enthusiast fans who really want to get the best performance and the best graphics out of their games. That's what I thought that they were going to do, but this is looking like that they're going to just release this new Switch Pro, and eventually over time the normal Nintendo Switch that we have right now is just not going to be sold anymore, which actually at first I kind of thought that this doesn't really sound like a Nintendo thing to do, but then I realized that Nintendo's kind of always been doing this kind of in the past with their handhelds. Like, think about it, when the Nintendo DS Lite came out, that clunky like original DS kind of started getting phased out over time, and then it became unavailable to get anymore. They kind of did the same thing with the DS Lite after the DSi was released, so it does make a lot of sense because they've done that with the 2DS, or not the 2DS, the normal 3DS as well, once the new Nintendo 3DS came out. So it's looking like that maybe this might actually be what they decide to do with the actual Switch. Production is planned to ramp up between the peak of October and December quarter, which makes a lot of sense. Obviously they'd want to make sure that a lot of these are available for the holiday time. And I think that besides that, there's not really a lot of other information here. The big thing that's coming out about this though is the fact that, if you guys missed it earlier here, they're saying that the system may be announced ahead of the E3 conference. And this sounds really, really weird because I really thought that the system was going to be announced after E3, because even the Nintendo Switch Lite was announced kind of like a random day in July, so I thought it would just happen after. But this actually makes a lot of sense, because think about it, if there are going to be a lot of big third-party games that are going to be coming out for like the brand new updated Nintendo Switch that are going to look better, have better performance, have better graphics, then they can't reveal the system at E3 and then have the games be revealed there too. It would be kind of too much. So it would make a lot of sense for Nintendo to reveal this brand new Switch model kind of on its own, and then later have like all this information come out about like these games that are going to look better. So this would actually be a really smart thing to do. And of course, Emily Rogers has been talking about this as well. I have one of her tweets right here, which is actually really, really interesting. She's saying the announcement will come when you least expect it: in the morning when you're getting ready to go to work, in the evening when you're preparing dinner, and in the middle of the night when you're deep asleep. So she's basically kind of hinting that you don't know when this announcement is going to happen. But either way, she was also saying, I think, that the announcement is going to happen, I think, before E3. She was also alluding to that. Let me see if I can find the exact tweet right here. Okay, I think this was the tweet right here. So the thing is, the Direct Feed Games here was tweeting about like when we were going to see the Pro announcement, and I think they said here, pure gut feeling, either tomorrow or later today. And then Emily Rogers like responded here with like a sushing emoji, saying like, you know, like, don't like say anything secret or whatever, kind of implying that maybe it could happen. She then later clarified that she was just joking, but either way, this is just really, really crazy that all this stuff is kind of happening, because maybe it looks like that this Nintendo Switch Pro might actually be revealed now before E3, which we know is going to be happening on June 12th. So either way, the thing is that because all of these like major outlets are reporting on this now, it's got to mean that something is coming now. I feel like that this is kind of like it, once like you have like Eurogamer and Bloomberg and all these other big outlets reporting on it, the thing is now if it doesn't happen, like let's say like the lead up to E3 just happens and nothing happens, no Nintendo system gets announced, it's just going to look really, really bad for them. Their credibility is going to go really down, and it's just not going to look good. So I think that the fact that they're kind of reporting on this now and a lot of people are talking about it, I think it's all but confirmed now. It's kind of like one of Nintendo's worst secrets, and really soon we are going to see this brand new Nintendo Switch model, which makes a lot of sense, because once these big outlets start reporting on it, because once they do that, it usually means that something is gonna come. You guys might remember that they did this with the Super Mario remasters that were happening last year. You guys might remember back in like March, we had those rumors coming out that there was gonna be a collection coming out later in the year to celebrate Mario's 35th anniversary that was gonna include Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy, and that exactly turned out to be true, but there were a lot of big outlets that were reporting on it. So once kind of like a lot of these big outlets start reporting on it, it usually does end up being true. And you guys might remember that I was talking a little bit earlier in the video about how this stuff was revealed ahead of time, kind of just out of nowhere. And the thing that makes a lot of sense about this with Pokemon Legends Arceus is maybe if this game is going to look better on this advanced Nintendo Switch model, if it's going to look better on the Nintendo Switch Pro, then maybe this is why they kind of just revealed the box art and the release dates out of nowhere instead of having like an actual trailer and gameplay, because maybe they're waiting for this Nintendo Switch Pro model to be revealed first, and once Nintendo officially reveals it, that's when they can have like an actual trailer maybe at E3 where they show like the enhanced version of Pokemon Legends Arceus, which has maybe better frame rate, better graphics, and better performance. So I think maybe that's what they're trying to do, and maybe that's what Nintendo is going to do as well. Maybe we're going to see like Breath of the Wild 2 running better on this brand new Nintendo Switch model and some other games. Either way, it's a pretty exciting time, and I feel like that this is all but confirmed at this point, and we're definitely going to see like this brand new Nintendo Switch model revealed really soon. Emily Rogers is saying you're going to see the announcement when you least expect it. We basically do have a time frame now because they are saying it's going to be before E3. So yeah, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Maybe it's going to be from a couple hours right from when I upload this video. Maybe it's going to be next week. The only thing that's a little bit interesting about this though is that here in the US, tomorrow is going to be a holiday because we have Memorial Day weekend, which is basically a 4-day weekend now, so you're basically going to have off from tomorrow until Monday for most people, and obviously Nintendo of America's offices are going to be closed as well, so that's why I feel like it would be a little bit weird to drop like an entire brand new system announcement like this while Nintendo of America isn't even there to really answer questions and PR discussions and stuff like that. Then again, Nintendo is weird, like who knows, they could like literally drop this at like 2 AM and be like, here you go, here's the brand new Nintendo Switch. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, but yeah, all around really exciting stuff. It's kind of crazy how we're getting so close to E3 now, but now we're also starting to get these exciting reveals that are potentially going to be happening even before E3. And so yeah, there you go guys, that is all the information that we have here. If you guys enjoyed this video, then definitely be sure to click that like button and also comment down below and let me know how you guys feel about this. How do you guys feel about the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, as well as the Pokemon Legends box art? Are you guys a fan of it? Do you guys not like it? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. And how do you guys feel about this potential brand new Nintendo Switch model, which could be just around the corner and revealed before E3? When do you guys think it's gonna happen? Do you guys think it's coming? What are your hopes and predictions? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Nintendo content in the future, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.